Good evening, Lizzie boys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to make a fun, low-effort video because I'm lazy, so today we're going to be doing another ranking. I'll admit these videos are easy and fun to make, so perfect for me. Today I wanted to rank all of the Skellector dolls that we've gotten so far up to Tiffany and Chucky. Typically, we don't get more than 2 Skellector releases in a year, so I don't think I'll have to update this until, like, next year, unless they drop another one in October. I don't know. But, yeah, today we're going to be ranking them all, every single one, so let's get started with the lowest ranking. Also, just keep in mind that these are my opinions, so if you don't agree, that's fine. Feel free to share your own rankings in the comments as well, because I like hearing what you guys have to say. With that, let's begin. So first up in last place, but trust me, it's not a bad thing, the Bride of Frankenstein 2-pack. Now, please don't misunderstand. I don't dislike this pack just because they made Frankenstein a guy. Frankenstein's actually my favorite part of this pack. He looks pretty good. They did an amazing job recreating him as a Monster High doll, and I like that the sculpt they used for his body was actually the Ever After High boy body sculpt. Ever After Hoy. I'm very good at talking. So, what do I dislike about this pack? Unlike the other Skellector releases we've gotten, I just don't feel like this one was able to take enough creative liberty. And I feel like the reason for that is just because it's a collaboration with Universal Original Monsters. I did notice that Dracula and the Bride of Frankenstein pack feel much more like actual replicas of the characters than they do interpretations of them in the Monster High universe, compared to, say, other releases like Greta and Pennywise and the Beetlejuice dolls. Here, it just feels like they had to stick too closely to the source material, and also the lack of accessories, I will admit, does kinda lower their ranking. These were our first Skellectors to not come with anything at all. Just each other and their clothing. And I'll admit, for 90 bucks, it did kinda tank my enjoyment of them just a little bit. Overall, though, they're still well made, I did still buy them, and I do like them. But compared to the wide array of Skellectors, they're my least favorites. So next up, in 7th place, that means that the Bride of Frankenstein pack was 8th place, but my 7th place choice is the Grady Twins. For some reason, people get really shocked when I say that I don't really like these two. And again, I'll explain my reasoning why, but I do think that they're a bit boring. I understand that the point of them is that they're twins, and that they're from The Shining, but I've never watched The Shining. All I know is that they say come play with us, and that they abuse the actress on set. So, yeah, that's all I know about The Shining. I don't really care for these two dolls. I didn't get them when they first came out, not by choice. I tried to get the twins and Pennywise on Mattel Creations, but we all know how hellish that first drop was. I tried to get the twins afterward, but I never actively sought them out, and I did end up paying $300 for them on Amazon at one point, but I didn't like them enough in person to justify keeping them at that price. Again, it's just the same doll twice, and while the accessories they come with are nice, such as the yellow ball, the key to the room, it's like, they're nice, they're well made, I like their dresses. I just am not a big fan of them. So, you know, that's why I'm putting them in 7th place. Up next, in 6th place, we actually have a doll that I do like. The first two we talked about are the ones I'm on the fence about, but this one I do like, just not as much as other releases. Count Dracula. The Universal Original Monsters series wasn't for me, and I'm kinda glad that it ended after Bride of Frankenstein and they went back to pop culture stuff. And I do mean more recent pop culture stuff. Because while I do like Dracula, my big gripe with this doll is the fact that the suit is one piece. The shirt and the pants are attached. I've seen people take the doll out of her clothes and try to separate the pieces, but the shirt and the pants are actually one piece, and I'll admit that does unfortunately drop how much I enjoy this doll. I was planning to unbox mine and hopefully be able to use the suit for other dolls, but when I learned that, I just kind of lost interest in doing so. She's gorgeous though. I love her face, I really like the long jet black hair, I love her cape, and the shoes with the opening coffins is definitely one of my favorite aspects of this doll. I also like that she includes the classic candelabra and a little bat that can be hung off of her stand to fly above her. It's very cute. So overall, I do like this doll, but only enough that she's in 6th place. Up next in 5th place, we have the Tiffany and Chucky set. So I really like these dolls. I think they're a lot of fun, but of course they would have been ranked much higher had Chucky had a more devious face and Tiffany had a more fitting outfit. The vest definitely isn't it. It should have been a full leather jacket, she should have had the wedding dress, and I'll admit, the lipstick being the heels of her shoes, it's okay, it's not as clever as I would have wanted it to be, but it's not bad. I do appreciate that Tiffany at least comes with a little clutch. I like that Chucky has the knife in her hair. And I do really like that they gender bent Chucky. I think it's a lot of fun to have a female Chucky alongside Tiffany. Mattel accidentally made a Pride pack right before Pride Month. I really like these dolls, and I'm super excited to get mine because they just shipped. I was able to get them on Mattel Creations. So yeah, 5th place for them. In 4th place, we have a doll that I really like but keep forgetting to unbox, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. This doll is honestly gorgeous. I know, we're all disappointed that her boobs aren't as big as they're supposed to be, but other than that, I do still think she's a fabulous doll. Apparently, the headmistress from Monster High was initially based off of Elvira. I don't remember where I heard that, but she was initially based off of her, so the fact that they got to use the headmistress's head sculpt for Elvira is just hilarious. This doll almost looks like the headmistress in cosplay. I love how they did her hair. I like that they were able to include all of her accessories, such as her ring and the dagger that she always wears. I will admit that I hate the hand mold they gave her. I really don't like that hand mold, and I wish that they would just use, like, Gigi's or Abby's hand mold if they want the dolls to have painted nails, because I just hate that one. I do not like those hands. It's the same thing with basically every other Skellector, because the Bride of Frankenstein had those nails, Dracula, Tiffany, and Elvira. You just can't escape those hands when it comes to these dolls. But yeah, overall, I really like Elvira, so I think she deserves to be 4th. We're on 4th place. Up next in 4th place, we have Pennywise. This doll is great. I actually spent quite some time searching for a second doll because, again, I was only able to get one, and it wasn't even from Mattel Creations. I had to get her off of that random Amazon drop that we had. So, yeah, very happy to have 2 of this doll. She's absolutely gorgeous. The face, you wouldn't even be able to tell that it's a reused Viperine sculpt because it really looks nothing like her. The way they did the outfit just works for me, and honestly, I don't think this doll would be as iconic as she was if they had not gender bent Pennywise. I know some people complain about Chucky being gender bent, but I've never seen anyone complain about Pennywise being gender bent, and I feel like it's all because we silently agree that this doll looks way better this way than she would have if they would have made it a male Pennywise. I love all the accessories. I never watched the It movies, but just everything about this doll works. The shoes are incredible. I love the outfit. And while it's not the highest quality, it still looks really good. So yeah, 3rd place. I'm gonna give you guys a few seconds to guess which order you think my top 2 are gonna be in, because if you know how many Skellectors there are, you know that we're in the last 2. And you know which 2 the last 2 are. That's what I actually meant to say. So in 2nd place, we have Greta Gremlin. When this doll released, I was just so shocked by how much fun she was. She really looks like a Monster High student. Since Greta wasn't very humanoid, there was a lot of creative liberty to be taken with her design. So when they translated her into a Monster High doll, they got to do a lot of unique things with her, including designing her a completely new face mold. Greta has a lot of bumps on her cheeks and on her forehead. I think it's mostly on her forehead, actually. I don't really see them on her cheeks. But she's got that. She's got scaly skin. She only has 3 fingers. And Monster High dolls have never only had 3 fingers before, so they had to design a new hand mold for her. They had to design new ears for her. She's just such a fun doll. And then they gave her an adorable, like, little clip in her hair. Big hoop earrings. They gave her a purse. They even gave her Gizmo. And of course, she has her lipstick, because she was always putting lipstick on in Gremlins too. Basically, I just think Greta is a whole lot of fun, and she's always been one of my favorite Skellectors since her release. But of course, all pale in comparison to my choice for number 1. Let's do a quick countdown. 8th place, 7th place, 6th place, 5th place, 4th place, 3rd place, 2nd place, and finally, number 1 is the Beetlejuice 2-pack. I love these two. Maybe it's because Beetlejuice is the only movie that I've seen out of all of these medias, but I absolutely adore these dolls. The use of Monica's face mold and face, sort of her screening in general for Beetlejuice is beyond genius. And of course, gender-bending Beetlejuice worked so well, because Beetlejuice looks like a creepy old man in the movies. Because he is. They have a song in the musical about that. But of course, on the doll form, they decided, hey, what if Beetlejuice slayed? What if Beetlejuice served? And that's exactly what she did. This doll is so pretty. And I absolutely love Lydia. Apparently Lydia uses Vandala's face mold. I would not have been able to tell. The screening is so original, the screening is so unique, that I wasn't even able to tell that it's Vandala's face. The outfits are extremely well made as well, and I know some people said that they wanted Lydia to include the red dress that she wore at the end of the movie, the red wedding dress, but I prefer this look. I don't know, having the big hat, having her camera, and she holds the book for the recently deceased, the manual, the guide? What the hell was it called? I haven't seen the movie in a while. Look, I love these two. All-time favorite Skullectors, and Beetlejuice's shoes having the 2 dead people from the movie on them. Beautiful. I love these two. And honestly, I don't know if any Skullectors are ever going to top them. So with all that said, that's my ranking. I'm interested in seeing what your guys' rankings are. Do any of you agree with my choice for number 1? Did I place your favorite too low, and are you going to berate me in the comments for it? That would be funny. That would be funny. I don't know. Go right ahead if you want to. Go ahead and insult me over my doll opinions. That would be very, very funny. But yeah, overall, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any recommendations for something else you would like to see me rank, feel free to comment it. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!